Today I am heading up towards just north of Amsterdam, back up towards Jurg Detailing. I've had a bit of a last minute organisation of a shoot. We're going to go and pick up a British Racing Green F80 M3. So it's just been wrapped. Hopefully it's going to have, at the moment it's got the winter wheels on it and they don't look as good as the summer ones. So hopefully they've got time to switch them out and put on the, I think he's got the M3 comp wheels for it. So whack them on. We're going to take the car for a few hours. We're a bit limited on time, and I haven't really had much chance to plan locations or plan the shoot at all, really. So it's going to be a bit of a figure it out as we go along. You'll get to see my process a little bit. I had a quick look on Google Maps for some potential spots. One of the things I quite like to do today is capture some panning shots. So if I can find a good spot for that, I'm going to get some panning shots on the 70-200. Yeah, and I'm just going to take you along for the ride. I'm going to try and talk to camera a little bit more during this video and kind of explain what I'm doing a bit more, explain why I'm doing certain things. Here we are, Jurg Detailing. There's the beamer outside front, looks pretty sick. Oh, it looks good even with the winter wheels on it, looks good, but I'd like the silver wheels on it, but I don't think he's gonna have time to do it. I've got a feeling. Jurg Detailing. I'll never go through the front door, it doesn't feel right. I'm all about the back door. Oh, that sounded wrong. Hey, sure. How are you? This is a bit gangster, isn't it?
Dubai plates on it as well.
Yeah. Did they just ship it over for like a short period of time?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just cleaning it?
Yeah, I have to do a wash now and change the spacers on the wheels.
Oh yeah? Alright, we have the keys to a BMW M3. And I've lost my keys. Here we go. To see what else I need out of this second bag. Are you bringing it? Yeah, you got your tripod, eh? Not sure that I'll need it, but I guess I should bring it. Oh, drone. Oh, I'm just going to bring both bags. I've got the drone in it. Might be able to get the drone out later. Yeah, boy. Yeah, he didn't have a chance to put on the other wheels. He's busy as fuck, but it still looks sick. So, bag, done. Oh. But he just got it wrapped to this colour. It was like a grey colour. Oh, that's a nice colour. That is a nice colour. Yeah, it's going to look good. It's a daytime shooting car for sure. Like at night time, it would just look black. So I'm glad we're getting to shoot it during the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's loud. I feel like I should maybe drive away a little bit. That. Is there a handbrake? Oh, manual handbrake. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Drifting.
Let's go drifting.
I want one of these. It's for sale, 45k.
45?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's not crazy.
Oh, this is actually an old place to take a couple of shots of it as well. Maybe we can do a couple of shots of it here. Get prepared, set ourselves up. We need to warm up. I feel like I need to warm up before you roll it.
Sure.
All right, that looks sick. That colour's sick. Yeah. Decent. Oh, I've parked in the fucking mud.
Your shoes are going to get dirty as fuck.
Fuck. Shall I pull it slightly forward? Otherwise we're gonna fucking... It's just been cleaned. Alright. 70-200. Right, we've just pulled over in the lay-by to get a couple of establishing shots of the car. Gonna get a couple of detailed shots, shots of the paint. Make sure we're getting all the kind of standard shots you'd expect to get, so then we don't need to worry later about them. So front 3/4, back 3/4, dead on, all that kind of stuff. Car's here, looking pretty nice in the sun. QB's getting some nice detailed shots of it. And then we'll also go for some interior shots as well. It's nice, isn't it? That colour's awesome. The wheels are not that great. Right, let's warm up. It's the most important thing, warming up. Make sure our settings are dialed. Yeah. Paint's looking pretty sweet. Yeah, this colour is something I would definitely do myself if I got one of these. The calipers need changing. You need to paint them now. too bright.
Right?
Yeah, a bit. Might be an okay like silhouette maybe, but
Am I your shot?
no. Yeah, this is a nice colour, man.
Yeah, I love it.
This is the colour I was thinking about wrapping my motorbike, but I don't want to do it anymore. But at some point I will wrap a bike or a car British Racing green. It's got to be done. She laughing at us? Yeah, I've just been using 24/7 actually. I told myself I'm going to try not to use the 85 too much today because I don't really need the 1.4, and I use it so much when I shoot at night.
I fucking love the 85.
I know, same, but I'm not allowed to use it today. Right, now we're switching it up. We've got the 70-200 f2.8 from Sigma. I'm going to try and get some more high compression shots just to really make the car stand out from the background. Just to make sure we've got, again, loads of different kinds of shots and we've got everything we need. Car looks great in the sunlight, and with the green behind it and the windmills and stuff, it's looking pretty cool. Right, let's have a little look how this is looking. 200 mils too much. Get out there. Get low. Make sure our polarizer's doing what it needs to be doing. Right. So a little thought behind that. I've just taken that shot and I can see the grass is blocking the wheel, so a low shot isn't going to work from this angle, so I'm going to get a little bit higher and shoot down onto the car from height instead. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about settings. So at the moment I am shooting at f2.8. The reason being is I want the car in focus and I want my background blurry. So an aperture like that, or my widest aperture on my lens, is going to create bokeh behind my subject. So shooting at f2.8, I've got my ISO set to 100 because it's going to introduce the least amount of noise into the image. And then my shutter speed is whatever it needs to be to make the exposure of the image right. So I'm watching my histogram, which is the little chart in the corner of the... There's a little chart in the corner of the screen, which is going to be really hard to see today with this camera. But right there in the bottom right corner is my histogram. I'll put an image up on the screen for you. And I'm making sure that it's exposed properly, the image is exposed properly within the histogram. And at the moment I'm shooting at 1/250th of a second. But that's going to fluctuate depending on where I'm standing, where the light is, if there's clouds over the sun at the time. So it really does vary. But the main things I'm shooting to make sure I'm at ISO 100, to make sure that my aperture's at 2.8. And then if I do want to get more of the background in focus, I might change my aperture to f7 or something. But at the moment my background's not that interesting, so just focusing on the car. Got QB here, getting some nice shots. Some people just don't know how to smile. Right, I think we need to do something else. So let's get some rolling shots. You want to try some rollers? What do you want to do? You want to drive? Shall I walk over there and you drive it first and then do a couple passes and switch?
Yeah, sure.
Near that picnic bench.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe like even further up this road and then get you as you're coming past this way.
Yeah.
Right, QB is just jumped in the M3. He's going to drive down the road. I'm going to stand over here somewhere. Got the 70 to 200 on. I'm going to try and get some panning shots. So panning shots are slow shutter speed shots. He's going to drive past me and I'm going to try and get some movement in the background. So I want the car to be sharp. I'm going to follow the car with the camera and then hopefully our background gets nice and blurry and it shows the car moving. The only problem is that my background is a bit open, so there's nothing to like show the movement, so I don't really think it's going to work thinking about it, but we're going to give it a go. He's already driving, and I'll talk you through my settings afterwards. So currently shooting at 1/20th of a second, f8 and ISO 100. Okay, here he comes. Just use this car to get my polarizer set. Yeah, it's cool, but it's not that cool. They're all a bit off as well. I'll throw up one of the edits and you can see, but the background's shite, so I think we try someone else. Oh, just keep going up, that's all right. The background's shit, so I think come back, but then turn left up the road I was standing on. I'm do one more time and just drive up that road. You'll see I'll be standing over to the right somewhere, and then it's got some nice trees in the background, so it'll show a bit more of the blurriness, hopefully. Okay, so we've changed our location. We're now shooting with a bit more in the background. So the car's going to drive here. I've got some trees here. I've got some foreground element, and that will all hopefully be nice and blurry and create a little bit more movement in my image. I want the car to really look like it's kind of speeding past, even though it's not. Speed wise for the car, I think he's going to be going maybe 50-60 kilometers an hour, not that fast. It's more my shutter speed that shows the movement of the image. Important settings for shooting rollers like this are having your focus mode in continuous autofocus. You want it to be, oh, here he comes. You want it to be continuously focusing, otherwise as he gets, I'm going to start focusing at this position here, and as he gets closer, it's going to be out of focus again, and then I'm going to have to take my finger off the button to refocus him, so that's not going to work. Right, let's try our best to get this in one. So holding this camera nice and steady. And how are we looking with that? Yeah, potentially got some cool images there. Definitely a couple of sharp ones. Alright, we just pulled up in somewhere in the local town. We're struggling for locations a little bit. We've just parked in front of these kind of nice looking like white houses. Car's, as you know, green, so it could look quite cool in this setting. So we're just going to get a couple of shots. QB's taken 7 years to get his lens out of the car. I think the green looks nice. I think it's actually a pretty sick spot, to be honest. Yeah. I might even do the old 70 to 200. I love that lens. I'm doing it. I'm going to get a really long shot of this now. I'm going to walk quite far up the road. I've just seen an even better shot. On these steps. Hopefully no one kicks off. Oh, you get the carbon roof in there as well. Okay, so you've seen me take a mix of photos there. High, low, medium, height. Trying to get all the angles of the car, and then when I'm in post later I can decide which ones I think look best in which lighting. Oh, I'm glad we stopped here, it's actually sick. Right, that is the shoot wrapped up. I didn't film too much near the end. It was a difficult one, it was really difficult. The fact that we hadn't planned, that we didn't know the area, we didn't really know the car, it really affected it, and it's a good lesson in forward planning. Now, there wasn't any possibility to forward plan for this one because it was so last minute, but it really shows you the difference between being able to plan a shoot beforehand and look, just even finding 2 or 3 locations that you know are going to work well, as opposed to what we just did and is kind of turning up and trying to figure it out as you're there. It doesn't work. You'll have seen the results. I'm yet to have a proper look and edit. I think there's some cool ones. I think the location with the white kind of houses in the background is going to be some cool shots from. The first location when we were warming up, maybe not so many, but that's the whole point of the warm-up bit. We shoot, we just get the angles, we try and get some photos that work and just get in the flow of it, really. If you're a subscriber, thanks very much. I have been trying my best to put videos out as much as I can. I've got about 3 in the pipeline to edit, so they should be coming out. So stay tuned for the behind the scenes. If you do want to see more sort of content like this and some of the exciting shoots I've got planned for the new year, we've got some pretty cool Porsches with some custom wraps we're going to shoot in January, some very cool JDM cars, some quite special ones. So yeah, stay tuned for that kind of stuff. Thanks, peace.